What's going on, investors? Dusty from Investments. Let's get this live stream started. All right. So we've had a bit of a pullback, obviously. Let's do this first. Play all. There we go. Get some music on. Turn this down just a little bit. And all right, let's do this. So we all know we've had a bit of a pullback in the past couple days. This was a big green or big red candle down. Knocked me out of most of my trades. In fact, it knocked me out of everything. The only thing that was saving me is I picked it up on the bottom and rode it all the way up. I'm still actually in that trade. But one thing we were noticing when we were taking a look at it is this is really pushing for that 50K level. Like heavily pushing for that 50K level. And we're inching towards it little by little. And what we were noticing is this is a little bit of a wedge. So we're getting tighter and tighter in here. And this is, I mean, the probability is we're going to pop to the upside, but realistically you could expect to see it go either way. Pop to the upside or pop to the downside. We've already tested to the downside a couple times here, and it looks like it wants to continue higher. So we're expecting Bitcoin to push above this 49,759 level and rally higher to 50K. And we're thinking it'll probably be in the next couple days here. So we're thinking probably the 17th of February-ish, if not sooner. So we saw big price action off of this cup and handle. Here was the handle, and there was the rim of the cup. Huge pump off of there. So we're hoping to see something similar. Maybe some nice price action, bring us to 54. And I don't think this is slowing down anytime soon. We're a little bit reset on the RSI and the MACD. We're ready for another pump up. So I just see this as inching towards it, and it's just trying to gain momentum. That spring is just tightening and tightening, and look at it, you can even see these are getting tighter and tighter on each step. So I do think we're going to be pushing that 50K level real soon, probably in the next day or two. Let's pull up Doge, see how Doge is doing. Probably not real great. We were noticing a falling wedge, and we could probably redraw it here. This is almost like a parallel channel now to the downside. Not great indicator on Doge. You have the EMA's crossover, just not looking real hot. We want to see it at least hold this 5.5 cent level. Ideally, what we'd like to see is we'd like to see a break above this wedge, retest it, and then start pushing on higher ground. Maybe regain some of this lost ground here. That'd be ideally what we want to see, but I don't know about Doge anymore. It doesn't seem to have as much strength. RSI is reset, so you could potentially see something. MACD is reset, so you could see something there. It's got the momentum. It just needs buyers to come into the market and just push it higher, which I don't know if they still have. There's a lot of hype for this coin, but I don't know about it pushing higher. We're already in all-time high territory, so for it to go higher, I mean, what more do you want? 6 cents, 5 cents. We're at a pretty good level for Dogecoin, especially if you got in very early. So I'm getting requests to look at refinance, and I'm not seeing a lot of history on this, so this must be a relatively new coin. But I put a video up today saying that there's a lot of coins that are rather low compared to their all-time highs. Like we looked at Doge, it's at an all-time high. Let's pull up one of them, BTS USD. For example, we were looking at BTS, and Binance doesn't have the most history, so it's probably a bad example of a chart here. Let's see what we got. Okay, so this is still gonna do. So when you look at Dogecoin and its previous all-time high, here's the previous all-time high. The Dogecoin is like way up here. So we want to look for ones that are way down here and just starting to move, because these are the ones that have the most potential to the upside. And I put out a video with 5 picks earlier today, I think. And people were commenting on there to look at Reef. So let's take a look at Reef. There's not a lot of history. So this started in December of 2020. So there's nothing I can really do with this. And I can look at it, but there's not even a 60-day EMA yet, because it hasn't been around that long. So yeah, it does look like it's staging higher. We got previous resistance becoming support here, previous resistance becoming support here, and it looks like it didn't pull back as drastically as everything else did on Bitcoin. That Bitcoin dump last night really took the market with it, and that's the Bitcoin I know, is it just controls the whole market. So you can see you got a couple spots for entries in here, a couple different resistance points becoming support, and I would potentially see it again. All right, so Reef, not much history. You can really do anything with that, but I do want to go back to BTS now and look at that thing, because this is something to watch. So the reason we were calling it out is it's at about 6 cents right now, 6 1/3, and the all-time high is at about $1, give or take. So there is more than a 10x potential in here if we start pushing all-time highs. I mean, you can see even more if we push above that, like Dogecoin is above all-time highs right now, so there's no reason why BTS can't as well. So let's look at BitShares, do a little analysis of it. Previous high, previous resistance, becoming support here. So this is what we like to see for a nice stage higher, and it looks like it's giving you a great entry position right now. So this would be a great entry position on this candle here, and ride it with your stop loss right below it, because this is your previous resistance becomes support. Looks like this big red candle wicked you out, but you're sitting in those EMAs right now. This is looking really good. Your MACD is super low. Your RSI is ready. This is ready to move. So I think if Bitcoin hits that all-time high, 50K, or starts moving up, BTS is going to be one that moves. I don't think it moved today. I think if anything it moved to the downside, but there's just so much upside potential for this one. I really like it. All right, ICX was another one we watched. Let's get something going here with this. Get these more in line. So you can already see the MACD is very oversold. Let's get a 4-hour going. Oh yeah, we got a nice big green candle coming out of there. So we're gonna zoom way in here. And previous high here, previous high here. So this is the previous resistance becoming support here, failed. Popped up against there again. And this was probably this morning. Yep, this morning. And it's actually holding this time. So now we're going to retest this previous resistance And you can see we had 1, 2, 3, 2 of these being wicks, touches of that, and a nice pump up. So ICX is looking absolutely great. This one looks like it could just start springing up to the upside. And especially Bitcoin just pulled back, and this had no effect on this coin. No effect. I mean, when I don't know when the big pullback was. Let's see if we can get Bitcoin up here. I gotta do symbol BTC USD, and we'll go on an 8 hour. It's on an 8 hour. And this is on a 1 hour. So let's put them both on same time schedule. So this is the big pullback last night. And look at how little this impacted ICX. So there is definitely some strength in ICX right now. Very nice to see. Very nice. And BTC is pumping up right now. So we've hit the bottom of this channel, this wedge, and we're pouncing up. And I think we're going to be retesting within the 17th, maybe even sooner. Going back to ICX though, I want to see this coin. See if we can find a decent entry in here. Oh, this one would have been a great one right in this candle here. Nice entry position on that one. Little gone right now, but I think we're going to be continuing higher on this. 4 hours looking great. Candle closes in an hour and a half. This would be another great one. A little bit higher than the EMA right now, which means we could potentially see a little bit of a pullback, but I don't think it's going to pull back too much. ICX is looking real good. I might have to put a trade on that one tonight. Let me know in the chat what you guys want me to look at. I know there's not a lot of people here today. That's all right. Feel free to join up on the Discord. I'll leave a link is in the description, but I'll leave one in the chat as well. Talk about crypto and stuff all day over here, making some little trade skis, talking about them, talking about cryptos, good stuff. What else did I want to look at? I'm just gonna do a couple today. Seems like something's with my SEO today. Very low views compared to usual. That's okay. So ARC, we were looking at a nice rounded bottom. We were looking for, what did we see here? Nice, I don't know what we were seeing here, because it's definitely not showing up right now. Nice rounded bottom though. We think we're looking for a cup and handle. I don't know if that's exactly what we're doing. It's been a couple days since we looked at this. But this was another one that we had marked because it just had so much room to the upside. We're going to look at the 1 day chart here and just see as high as we can go. So potentially $12, and we're sitting at less than $1 right now. So lots of room to the upside. The only problem with this one is if you're a US citizen, I think it's a little harder to find an exchange that lets you buy. But I think Bittrex lets you. We can look that up real quick. Coin market cap. Samurai sword on his back. ARC markets. Binance. That's not Binance USA. Bittrex. So Bittrex should have it. GraveX too. I've used GraveX before to get coins that are low market cap. How small is this one? Low supply, 10 million in volume, market cap 99 million, almost 100 million. So not very small. I mean, it's smaller compared to things like Bitcoin, but looking great still. And again, not too drastic of a pullback with Bitcoin taking the whole market out. So looking really good on ARK. Let's see if I had any other ones that I wanted to pull up. Let's look at my current trades real quick. I got XMR trade open. 4 hour is decent at best. 3 hour, this is getting really flat up here, so that's telling me there's a sell wall right there. And it looks like it's selling off and people are buying it back up. Selling off, people are buying it back up. So it's a good indication we could be pressing right up against that wall. And if that buying pressure remains, we'll push up above that and we could go up pretty high. 30-minute, I mean, it's looking okay. I mean, this knocked everyone out of every trade if you had a stop loss set up, and Bitcoin just did it to so many coins. ADA is looking great on a smaller scale. Let's look at a 4 hour. Some nice green candles. This is looking like it wants to move higher. So ADA, let's see where all-time high puts us on ADA. Oh, so we're already way past all-time high. Way past it. So if the bull market continues, there's no reason why those other coins we looked at first can't come to all-time highs and then some. Like let's do a little measurement of, this was the all-time high. Oops, wrong tool. Previous all-time high to current is 215%. I mean, imagine we see that on something like BTS. Now, keep in mind, this is theoretical here. 215% above $1. $3. About $3. That'd be insane to see. Insane to see. So let's do some math on that real quick. Let's say you took $1,000, 6 cents, 16,666 times $3, 1,050. That would be nuts to see. Not saying that that would happen, but if what happens on all the other coins starts to happen to some of these laggers, we could potentially see some of that. That would be awesome. Yeah, that's gonna be great. Testing out some of those live features. Real great. Alright, let's move along here. What are we looking at? We looked at ADA. XLM is another trade that we're in. We're in on a couple trades on this, so we actually got in at about 30 cents on just a standard trade, and then we're in here on a margin trade as well. So we already took profit on our standard trade. We took a fourth off the table and locked in some great profits on this trade, but we're expecting it to continue on higher. So here's the Bitcoin pullback candle, as can be expected. Hit this EMA, but it still didn't even close below that, so looking really good to continue on. 4 hours looking decent. Got a good. Well, you got a previous resistance level here, and you can see it's retested a couple times already. And as long as this holds and keeps up, I think we're going to continue higher with XLM. I think we're going to see $1 in no time here. Let's take a look and see where it is compared to the all-time high. And this chart isn't going to show us that, so it's also known as STR on Poloniex. So let's take a look. And you can see we've looked at a couple things here. So all-time high is at about $1. So I think we're pushing that, and you can see this is farther along than BTS or ARC. So we're looking at ARC and BTS to do something similar to this, where it just keeps moving along. It seems to be crypto season, so that is great. All right, anything else you guys want me to take a look at? Otherwise, I'm gonna call this stream nice and quick here. Be done with it for the night. Trying to think. Take a look at ETH and Litecoin, and then we'll call it. So ETH is pushing all-time highs as well. We have nothing really to see here. Oh, we're on a 30-minute, that's why. Okay. Got anything? Let's see what we can find. Lower low, higher low. Nothing too drastic here. So one of the things we were looking at was, I mean, this is already played out, but we got a higher low here and a lower low on the MACD, which is a hidden bullish divergence. It even plays that. Yeah, it does. It does play out on the RSI as well. So this was a pretty bullish indicator, and we could potentially continue higher from here. I actually did not notice that. And ironically enough, this seems to have a similar pattern to Bitcoin. Nice wedge forming up, tightening up as we go. So this could be pushing for all-time highs again, and even the next run, we're already reset on the RSI, already reset on the MACD. I mean, even this was at 81. Yeah, we could potentially see it. I like it. I actually might make a little trade ski on this one. See if we can find an entrance on here. Oops. 4 hour looks pretty nice too. Closing in an hour and 27 minutes. Let's pull up 2 hour. Hour 27 minutes as well, but you can see we just closed half hour ago and didn't move much. So it's getting kind of stale, which is not a good indicator, but not the worst thing either. 1 hour. That big wick doesn't look great. All right. Last one we'll do is Litecoin, then we'll get off for the night. Try to do these every night during the week. Take the weekend off. But I think I gotta do some tweaking with the search engine optimization here on this, because we've seen hundreds of people come through. And I don't think the hype is dying, so I think something's going on with the live streams here. We'll figure it out though. We'll get some more people in here. It's fun when you got some people requesting stuff, things that you haven't looked at, you know. It's hard to get out of your bubble and look at different coins unless people are telling you to look at them, so it's good to have different eyes. Litecoin, not really a discernible pattern here. What do you got? Yeah, you can't really see anything. So I was looking for Litecoin. Oh, what's up? A&M Azul? Yeah. We'll take a look at XLM. Let's do that. XLM USD. So we did cover XLM. It is looking great. So one of the things that we were saying about XLM is we got in pretty early, but we're still riding a lot of this out. And in fact, where is this? Oh, this is the wrong chart. Hold on. Crack it. In fact, we were trading within this range too. So this was the big pullback from Bitcoin yesterday, but it immediately came back. So we are holding above this 47-cent line right now. And this is our previous resistance that's becoming support. So as long as we hold there, we should be doing well. And I'm going to zoom out here. And I think we're going to be pushing $1 here pretty shortly. This has just begun to go on a curve here. So it's just going parabolic. It's expected to see a nice little pullback. Looks like it hit that EMA and it bounced right off it. So look at this. These candles didn't even close on this gold line here. They touched it, but didn't even like it. So we can expect to see a little more sideways action along this resistance line here. But after that, we're going to be blasting off higher. So let's see what we can expect to see. Maybe the February 17th type deal. And something like this where you get down to this level again, retest it, bounce above, retest it, and then just springboard. Nice little triangle. It seems to be what it likes to do. It likes to make these elongated, kind of drawn out paths. So maybe even something like this. Oh, this one goes up. Okay, so like that. Something like that. It seems to like to play in a little bit of a range for a while and then stage to go higher. So XLM, pretty cyclical. Yeah, and this is almost dead on. You can see it broke above there, retested it a little bit, and then just staged higher. So I'm expecting XLM to do this again. Might take a couple days of sideways action, but we're gonna get there eventually. And look at how measured these almost are. Look at that. So this one was almost straight up. This one's got a little more curve to it, which means it might drag out even a little longer. But this next one's gonna push us above $1. And if we look at, I actually need to change charts. STR USD. So STR is the same thing as XLM. It's just Poloniex is titling for it. So we got more history on this STR chart, and all-time high is at about $1. So I think we could easily be pushing $1 shortly, next month or so. Let's see what you got to say in the chat here. Yes, because I sold my XRP to XLM BCS. The cart will be longer now. Monday. Gonna take to March. So I sold it and did XLM for 2 months or so. Okay. Yeah, you know, I like these that haven't been to the all-time highs yet. So it looks like everything's pushing up to the all-time high. As long as this bull market continues, There's no reason why we can't push this all-time high, especially on a strong fundamental coin like STR or XLM. Same thing. So very good coin, still plenty of headroom. Not as great as something like BTS, but who knows? I don't know anything about the fundamentals of BTS, so I know XLM has a lot more better fundamentals. How do you check the overall volatility of cryptos? Is there something specific you're looking for with that, Ketadoc? Like, what do you mean for checking the overall volatility? You can check certain things, like you can check, I use CoinMarketCap, and you can do a 7-day or a 24-hour and sort it by up or down, who gained, who lost. You can also see their circulating supply, the volume, and their market cap of pretty much any coin. I think there's a way you can check Bitcoin dominance as well. So this will show you which coin has the most market dominance. So as you can see right now, Bitcoin has about 61%, Ethereum about 15%, Tether 2, XRP 1, Chainlink almost 1%, others 13%. I do want to check out XRP too. Oops, the hell am I typing? XRP USD. And let's look. No, I want to do XRP USD on Poloniex because that has probably got the most history. So unfortunately, I was in on XRP way back here, but started selling out right here. Clearly, I missed this big bump, and I would have made a lot of money if I would have held this long. But we're starting to pump again, so this is similar to BTS, where you got a lot of room to the upside. We're at about 50 cents. All-time high is at about 350. So doing really well right now. What I want to see is I would like to see this previous resistance level broken though. So I'm looking back here. This previous resistance was untested. You can see this one candle tested it, but this wick pulled it back immediately and it's sold off. So what that tells me is there's a lot of people that are willing to take profits on this. But I get there's a lot of uncertainty with the SEC and all that shit, so not to be unexpected. What we have seen is this is the recent lowest low, and it's retested this recent lowest low, and it's pretty much confirmed that we're not going back below this level anytime soon. So what we do need to do is we need to stage higher. So this previous resistance level here, we are currently testing it on the daily. Let's zoom in and see what would look like at 4 hours. So you can see that candle wick went way higher, but the candle's closed right here. Tested it once, twice to the upside, and the third time it actually broke through, but immediately retested, which is good. You do want to see that. So this is showing like it's got some support growing on it. What I don't like about it is we're still lower than these all-time highs. So not ideal at all. But still looks decent. Still looking decent on XRP. Any other coins you guys want me to take a look at? Otherwise, I'm gonna call it for a quick little stream tonight, and we'll be back tomorrow around the same time. We'll take a look at all your requests. If anyone's got any requests, take a look at my little trade skis. Show you what I'm playing with here. XMR we're in right now. ADA we're in right now. XLM we're in double time right now. Already scaled out of one of our positions on XLM. and BTC. And we're expecting Bitcoin to push to all-time highs anytime now. Alright guys, that's all I got for the night. Till next time. Later.